Okay, welcome. It's Adrian here, and I'm honoured to be with Glenn Farah, and we're bringing to you the market wrap for October for the NG Farah Group, Glenn.
Strong month, Adrian.
Outstanding. Now, we were very fortunate enough to sell $57 million worth of real estate and sign 108 leases. Now, that's a lot of delighted vendors, buyers, tenants, and landlords. What a great privilege we have in our community to service these clients.
I think, Adrian, it's probably nearly a record for the company in terms of that many leases executed and $57 million in residential sales alone. So definitely a lot of strength in the marketplace and a lot of confidence. And today we're going to review those sales, those highlighted sales that we think that people need to know about. And this is critical information, as I've said before. We're going to review our core markets, but let's take a look at Coogee, Adrian. What have we got?
There was a great sale that Martin Farah conducted, which was 47 Cusco Street in South Coogee. Now that's a beautiful enclave there, as you know, Glenn. Very revered, very sought after. That north orientation with views, $4.5 million.
And sold it pretty quickly. Vendors were delighted with the sale, and that market in South Coogee is going from strength to strength, even during COVID. You made a couple of sales in Coogee. Let us know about yours, Adrian.
Yeah, number 9 Woodland Street in Coogee. Now that sold well over reserve, second agent around, so we did a really good job there in delighting the vendors. That sold for $3,567,000 with multiple registered parties.
And there was a little semi at 290 Rainbow Street at Coogee. Martin, Farah and Beau Champion sold this one. Over $3 million. And that just shows you the confidence of the buyers in that Coogee market. They're happy to pay over $3 million for a semi-cottage because they're buying that lifestyle and they want that.
What excites me, Glenn, is that since the company's inception some 60 years ago, we're sitting here in 2020, which has been a very turbulent year, telling people that it's been one of our record months. And it's with real estate selling anywhere from Bondi through to La Perouse, literally, with a sale there occurring at apartment 1 at 105 Blair Street in North Bondi, which my team sold for $1,215,000, all the way down to La Perouse or Little Bay, if you like.
40 Arana Avenue, Pete Goulding sold that, just under 1.6 million. And as Adrian tells us, that area that we specialise in, we believe that is a really strong marketplace. Anywhere from Bondi down to La Perouse and across to Alexandria. Also in Malabar, down at 90 Prince Edward Street, we sold the property for 1.8 million in that circa. That had been on the market for a while. Vendors had taken it off the market. They gave it back to us to sell, and Pete and Jem sold that really, really quickly. But let's look at our Maroubra market. That's one of our core markets. There's been some real strength in that market. Yep. 100 Gale Road, I videoed that auction. It went live. Cameron Airley was a selling agent. $2,027,000. The car access was at the front of the property. Compliment to the vendors the way they presented the property, but the reserve was 1.9, so 127,000 over reserve. Maroubra's really bullish. The property at 9/6 Hereward Street had been for sale for some time down near the beach. It didn't have a balcony, and that makes properties harder to sell. But Dave Lee and Billy Codwell sold that for $1,087,000, and that just shows the quality of the agents because that was not an easy property.
Then you had Joe Recep being able to service the lower end of the market, which is just as exciting and rewarding for us, Glenn, as a business, to service a 33 square metre studio apartment for $637,000. So that's a huge event in the life of that particular purchaser, and a great entry into the eastern suburbs market.
I couldn't have said it better, Adrian. Whether we're selling a $500,000 property or whether we're selling a $10 million property, the processes are still the same. The buyer reaction is still the same. The vendors still go through the same emotions. So really, it's about servicing the clients. And speaking of Kensington, Ken Smith, one of our favourites at NG Farah, what a great sale down at 22 Lenthal Street at Kensington. Lenthal's a busy road. This property was elevated, backing onto the Australian golf course. It was an original property, completely original, Ken sold that for $3,150,000, well in excess of the vendor's reserve, and just goes to show you that people are prepared to pay $3 million plus in Kensington for an original property, and then they're going to spend $1 million on it or $1.5 million, which is clearly indicating that Kensington's becoming a $5 million suburb.
Absolutely. And to wrap up with, it'd be remiss of us not to mention 274 Botany Road, where Ben and Billy did achieve a record in that building for $860,000, smashing it by $60,000, which was the previous record in Alexandria for an apartment. So well done to them. And I just feel that we've had a great privilege and honour to service our community over the last 30 days. And we certainly look forward to seeing all of you out in the market, whether you're buying, selling, renting or leasing through us. We really hope we have an opportunity, Glenn, as a business to service you and your families.
We've got some great listings. Just go online to our website, fantastic. Well over 100 quality listings. There is still time for buyers to secure that property before Christmas. Please get online, get to the open houses. You've got to do the hard yards when you want to buy property. It's never going to be easy, but our agents will be engaging. They'll be very, very quick to respond to your needs, and hopefully we can get you into that property, as Adrian said. But on behalf of Adrian Bowe and myself, have a great weekend and look forward to seeing you at the open houses.
Thank you.